and waking up. And I hope everybody's doing well. We saw a lot of people running. Here we go. Waiting for Wayne my yesterday, 'cause I'm leaving it behind me. Hello, sunshine, come with me. I feel something new inside of me. I hear the birds singing, now my alarm singing. Get up, hey, it's a good morning. Wake up to a brand new day. This morning, stepping on my way. Good morning, strength to give me just what I need, and I can feel the hope that's rising in me. Good morning, a good morning. Slow down, breathe in, don't move ahead. I'm living in this moment. I got my arms raised, unfazed, jump out of bed. Gotta get this party going. I went to bed dreaming, you woke me up singing. Get up, hey, it's a good morning. Wake up to a brand new day. This morning, stepping on my way. Good morning, give me strength, give me just what I need, and I can feel the hope that's rising in me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now I'm sailing and I'm kissing all my worries goodbye. I got a feeling if I spread my wings, I might even fly. You are my truth, my way. Give me a strength to say, get up, get up, get up. It's a good morning, brand new day. This morning, stepping on my way. Good morning, give me just what I need, and I can feel the hope that's rising in me. Good morning, a good morning, good morning, a good morning, good morning.
Good morning. We here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Cahuilla, Gabrielino Tongva, Kizh, and Luiseno peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may be free, so that we may decolonize ourselves and set our minds and each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So good morning, Riverside.
Good morning.
I am Jeff Ryan. I am the senior minister here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where?
Love lives here.
Love lives here. All right. So it is great to see all of you joining us here in the sanctuary this morning, and for all of our folks joining us online. Y'all had an extra hour to sleep today or, delay today. So I don't know where everybody's at, but we're here. So yeah, I know. And we even had to work extra hard to get here. So, we're here. It's not that hard to get across Brockton and 3rd right now. It's super simple. So we do have a community meeting happening or a community update happening at 12:30 today. So if you are at home right now and you are in Riverside, start driving, because I want to see you at 12:30 here in Johnson Hall. All right, so, and you can always be here and present. You can set us on your phone and drive over with us on your phone. It works. That's why we have this technology, don't we? Yes. All right. And the folks here in the room are missing y'all. So, chop, chop, get in the car, let's go. All right. So, do I need to say it again? Yes. Chop, chop, get in the car, let's go. All right.
We need you to come together.
Yes. All right. So here we go. We're going to come together. I invite those of us who are in the sanctuary, go ahead and stand and sing along. And if you're there at home too, go ahead and stand and put your pants on and get your keys and get ready to be here. All right, let's go.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say God loves you and I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Just lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. So lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite. Yes, in honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Just lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. Yes, in the name of love, we come together. Come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Jeannie Kataoka, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. And I will be available after service for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room just off the foyer. Please don't leave this morning with anything on your heart, be it celebration or challenge, because we love to pray. Now please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
Loving Spirit, dwell in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender and let it be. Loving Spirit, dwell in me now and evermore. Let me love, may I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender and let it be. Loving Spirit, dwell in me now and evermore. Now and evermore.
Without faith in something bigger than me, something beyond my comprehension, something that can't necessarily be proven by scientific methods. In the words of journalist Lee Strobel, I would need to believe that nothing produces everything, that non-life produces life, randomness produces fine-tuning, chaos produces information, unconsciousness produces consciousness, and non-reason produces reason. Strobel states he simply does not have that much faith, and neither do I. Instead, I acknowledge and believe in one power, the source, first cause, the creator of all that is seen and unseen. I believe that the universe is the source of good and that it is within my power to use it. I know what is true for me is true for everyone, whether they believe or know it or not. A fact beyond all doubt is that we are inextricably connected and that deeply we are one. There can be no separation. I bless this service and know that nothing but good will come of it. Please join me in acknowledging that good by saying, and so it is.
This or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna let go of control. I'm gonna get out of my way. I know the universe conspires to bring me heaven today. I know that this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. Tired of playing it small, of doing what I think I should. The universe stands up to meet me, to claim my highest form of good. Oh, I know that this or something better is waiting for me. This or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna say yes to my dreams. let my imagination soar. I know that I have gifts that must be used, and that is what I was put here for. Oh, I know that
I know it, I claim it,
something
I have
better
it right now. I
is
know it,
waiting
I claim it,
for
I have
me.
it right
I know
now.
that
I know it,
there
I claim
is
it, I
something
have
better.
it right now.
Is the
I know
key
it,
that
I
will set
claim
my
it, I
heart
have
free.
it right now.
Oh,
What you wanna do, what you wanna be,
something
what you wanna
better
do, what you wanna see,
is
what you wanna do, what you
waiting
wanna be,
for
what
me.
you gonna
I
do
know
right now.
that
What you wanna do, what you wanna be,
something
what you wanna do,
better
what you wanna see,
is the
what you
key
wanna do,
that
what you
will
wanna
set my
be,
heart
what
free.
you gonna
Let's
do right now.
Alan playing drums and singing.
I know. Now we know that we can do 4-part harmony. And Austin is in Las Vegas celebrating his 21st birthday, so congratulations to Austin. Be safe, brother, be safe. So, and what happens in Vegas no longer stays in Vegas. It's all over social media. So, there
Make
you
good
go.
choices.
Make good
Love you,
choices.
Austin.
Yes, love you, Austin. Happy birthday. All right, so hi everybody. Looky, you made it. Yay! Exciting. And more folks made it online even too. Woohoo! They didn't have to drive anywhere though, so but that's good. They chopped though, so I'm glad. Chopped. All right, fantastic. And so good morning to mom and dad in Vegas. Okay, you don't have to drive down by 12:30, okay? You won't make it. Though dad does have a lead foot, you still won't make it. Good morning to Earl and Denise, having plumbing issues this morning, so we know that all flows easily and effortlessly at home, and quick and inexpensive solutions to the leaking that's going on. Good morning to Lupe and John. Good morning to Corey. She says she's going to be here by 12:30. Hallelujah. And good morning to Vicky and Marty and everybody else joining us online. So, hi. Well, it's after 11. This is kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see. I have to see how I feel about this afternoon. It's like, yay. This morning it felt great. So, but before we jump into what we're doing today, why don't we say our focus statement together first, right? So today we're talking about karma, but the Mission in Run is happening right now, so there's very few K's that we could use. So how about we go with an M for Mission In? How's that? All right? So what are we going to say our focus statement with this morning with the M's? Magnificence, marvelous, mastery, magnifying, Mama Cat, okay. Mary. Are we at what? Miracles. Okay, here we go. Ready, everybody? Ready, everybody? Thank you. All right. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, indeed we do. So, this year here at Riverside CSL, we are working with the theme of Live Your Best Life. And this series that we are in, this fall series that we're in, is we are talking about thriving. So I have a question for you. What does karma have to do with thriving? Because we're talking about karma is today. So what does karma have to do with thriving? My nose itches today. Anybody? Bueller? Right? Okay, so clearly you're in the right place because you're going to learn what karma has to do with thriving. All right, so if that one's a hard question, let's back it up. What is karma? What goes around comes around. What else? Good or bad, right? What else? Willing to learn your lessons. What else is karma? Reap what you sow. Anything else? Justice. Ooh. What's that? Getting even. Ooh. Actions have consequences. Okay. All right. Getting even, justice. Okay, actions have consequences. Yes, yes, yes. So let's say what karma is not. First, karma is not kismet. Karma is not fate. Karma is not destiny. Correct? All right, so what is karma? Yes, karma is actions have consequences. Every action, every choice has a consequence. So karma is the law of cause and effect in action, right? It's the law of cause and effect. For every cause, there is an effect. For every choice, there is an effect. So action and choices, we put those together, choices and actions, or non-choices, non-actions are still choices and actions, are they not? Yes, they are. So choices and actions plus their effects happening simultaneously, because we know that once it's done, there is the response, there is the consequence, that happening together is karma. Okay with that definition? That we're moving it forward with that definition? All right. I'm going to put these guys on today. Whew, much better. So karma itself generates, when we have an action, then it generates, right? It generates a force. It generates a response that returns to us. And as we already heard, what goes around comes around. So we put something out, what happens? It comes back. Sometimes it comes back multiplied, right? Depending on the intention behind it. Or we put something out, and then there's a definite consequence that happens. It doesn't necessarily come back, but there is a consequence that happens as a result of the action or the choice that we made. So which is more powerful, unconscious choices or conscious choices? Unconscious actions or conscious actions? Unintentional thinking versus intentional thinking. What's more important? What's stronger? What's got more ooh behind it? Conscious, intentional, right? So if we make a conscious choice, then we stand in a place of power. We are empowered, are we not? We stand in this place where, okay, I'm making a conscious choice, meaning I'm making a conscious choice, I'm doing a conscious action, or I'm taking a conscious action, meaning that I understand by making this conscious choice that there are consequences or there are effects of this choice that I'm making, and I'm making this choice, I'm taking this action, knowing that this is true, knowing that this is going to happen, right? So all of our choices, all of our actions, conscious or not, conscious or unconscious, starts the karma. It starts the cause and effect, right? Having a cup of coffee in the morning, right, has an effect. It's a karmic episode. Just having a cup of coffee. Making the choice to be here this morning is a karmic episode. It is a choice that you've made. There are consequences or there are effects of the choice of the actions that you have made this morning, right? So when we look at the world as a whole, we sometimes feel that we are at the effect of, right? We get into that mindset of like, oh, poor me, right? Oh no, woe is me. What's going on? This isn't my fault. Now, it's not to blame or shame anybody, and what we know is that our past choices and our past actions result in our present day experiences. Now, those can be collective actions, collective thought, and they can also be individual thought. But likely when we get into that feeling that we are at the effect of, we are actually participating, or we're actually experiencing that suffering, if you will, because we are participating in it unconsciously. It's an unconscious choice. It's an unconscious action that happened in the past that is affecting our current present, but we don't see that it was actually a choice or a possibility because it was an unconscious choice that we made. our habits and our interactions, our socialization factors into how we respond. Our upbringing, our history, our personal history factors into how we respond, does it not? So the more that we are conscious of that, the more we can choose our response. The more we can choose how we're going to act here and now. We can choose a new thought. We can choose a new way of being. We can choose a new way of doing something, a new action that we can take. But if we're unconscious about it, right, we get stuck in the poor me, woe is me, right? Because there's always choice. There's always another action that we can take. Even when it feels like there's not, there is. Even if it's just a slight mind shift, there is. So these bundles of reflexes, these bundles of triggers then happen. And so when somebody cuts you off on the freeway, what is your expression? How do you gesture? What do you say when somebody cuts you off on the freeway? Are you all kindness and light or not? Cindy's like, no. Love it. Thank you, Cindy. Right? Because that's an unconscious programming. That's an unconscious, and that is what is. And so we feel at the effect of, wow, that person just cut me off. Right? And it feels icky, and it feels yucky inside because it's an unconscious thing that we have been put into, that we have, well, not that we have succumbed to because it's become this unconscious thing based on our history, based on our past. So here at Centers for Spiritual Living, do we believe in sin? No? What, Sally? It's just a mistake, right? So at Centers for Spiritual Living, we don't believe in sin in the traditional way of thinking of sin like you have sinned, you're going to go to hell, right? No, a sin is simply a mistake. Sin just means missing the mark. It's just a mistake. So, if we are sinning, if we are making a mistake, how do we get out of the consequences of that mistake? Change our behavior, right? We change our behavior. We change our actions. So, this is what Ernest has to say on the subject. Okay. It looks like a Bible. It's not. It's the Science of Mind, okay? So nobody freak out because it's black, leather-bound with gold pages, and they're thin. All right, so Ernest says this, that there is no sin, just a mistake. We do not say that a person cannot sin. What we say is that when a person does sin or make mistakes, that they are thereby automatically punished as long as they continue to make the mistakes. But bondage is not real to the universe, and sin is not real to God. This does not mean that we can do whatever we wish with disregard for the consequences, nor does the fact that we are punished for our mistakes mean that there is an evil power in the universe. Just because we're punished for our mistakes doesn't mean that there's an evil power in the universe. It does mean that there is an immutable law of cause and effect, aka karma, running through everything. So we are not punished for our sins, but by them. Sin is its own punishment, and righteousness is its own reward. So therefore, so saith Ernest Holmes, so therefore, when we stop making the mistake, we stop experiencing the effect of the mistake. We stop being punished, right? We stop suffering. We stop being punished by the mistake because we've stopped the mistake. The minute I stop hitting my head with the hammer, I'm no longer feeling the effects of hitting my head with a hammer, right? It's the way it works. So if I consciously choose that, oh, hitting my head with a hammer is probably not a good idea, let me stop that now, or before I even start that, let's not do that, right? Consciousness starts with consciousness. So here's one way that this can show up. I'm going to be vulnerable with you for a moment, if that's all right. Yeah? Okay. So unconscious. So, this is all theory, right? So, I burned out. What I mean by that is I lost my passion. I lost my energy. My physical health was declining. Resentment was growing. There was a lot of mental anguish and pain for me, for my family, for my friends, because I wasn't showing up the way I wanted to show up, the way I knew I could show up. I wasn't showing up 100% Jeff. I wasn't showing up 100% as love, because I had nothing left to give. And how I got there was a lot of small, unconscious choices. Some of them were conscious, but a lot of them were small, unconscious choices based on beliefs that were long held. I came into this community, and we, for a long time in this community, had not had strong leadership. The finances were down. Classes hadn't happened for a really long time. Practitioners and core council members, many of them in this room, worked tirelessly to keep the center alive. And so when I arrived, I recognized how tired they were. I said, you know what? Okay, let's do this. Let's work together. And I slowly began to take things off of their plate and move them onto mine so that we could redistribute so that people wouldn't be as tired. But then what I did is I began unconsciously taking more and more and more and more and more and more on. And then the pandemic happened, right? And those were 18-hour days in the first few months of that. And it re-triggered the PTSD that I experienced, which I shared with you before. And I burned out. I'm not laying the blame anywhere. What I'm saying here is I participated in that through a bunch of unconscious choices that I made along the way of trying to get things done, of plugging fingers into dikes, of trying to take care of others. I forgot to take care of me. I forgot to set boundaries for myself, and I forgot to set boundaries for the community. So I'm owning that. And so the health challenges that I experienced, the exhaustion that I experienced, that's on me too. But I'm not taking that on as shame and blame, but it is a karmic effect. It is a suffering caused by unconscious choices that I made along the way. Breathe. And then I had a sabbatical. Thank you. thank you, thank you, thank you for that sabbatical. I've come back refreshed, renewed, rejuvenated, recommitted. I've come back clear within myself of what is mine to do and what is not mine to do. I've come back with a clear sense of boundaries for myself and boundaries for community. And these, I think, will move us forward in a much healthier way, because applying this law of cause and effect, applying the principle of cause and effect, this karmic cause, continuing to do the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result is how we define insanity, right? If we want to be different, if we want to live different, if we want to have a different experience, we must do something different. Hashtag DSD, do something different, right? So, over the course of my sabbatical, I was doing something different. Coming back, I'm doing something different. I'm showing up differently. I'm showing up fully present, but I'm showing up like as love. I'm showing up, rejuvenated and re-energized, and with a new sense of purpose and a new sense of commitment. Because what I know is that I got myself here to this position where I was before I took the sabbatical. And now, if I want my life to look different moving forward, if I want my relationship with this community to look different moving forward, I have to be different. I have to do something different. And if this community wants to have something different in their lives, if each one of you wants to have something different in your life, if this community wants to be different than what we have been in the past, then we get to do something different as well. This is cause and effect, yes? Right? Because all this moving up to here, everything in our past, there is truth to the statement of history is bound to repeat itself unless we learn from it. If we don't learn from history, we are bound to repeat it. That is cause and effect, my beloveds. That's cause and effect, right? So we have the opportunity here, beloveds, as a community, to individually and collectively do something different. To set a new cause in motion. That's what we call new thought, right? We have a new thought, and what do we do with that new thought? We put that new thought into the law, into that middle space there in the V, right? That middle bracket there. We put that new thought, that top idea, into the soil, and then we nurture it, and then it produces new form. It's the creative process. It's the law of cause and effect. Whatever we put into the soil is bound to bear fruit. So if we are putting something unconsciously into the soil, we are going to unconsciously reap fruit. If we put something consciously into the soil, then we are going to consciously create, we are going to consciously put and reap what we have sown. Yes? And it all starts, my beloveds, with recognizing that there is this point, there is this space when we're always at choice of pausing and waiting and witnessing the choice we're getting ready to make. Witness the choice. Witness the action. First, witness. Because when we come to this point of choosing, when we come to this point of taking action, if we pause for just a moment and witness it, then guess what happens? We have shifted from unconscious to conscious. Becoming aware that we are at a choice point, we are at an action point, we have the opportunity then, we are made consciously aware that we are no longer unconscious. Then we have the opportunity to look at our options, look at the choices that we have in front of us, and weigh them, look at them, look at the consequences that we have from each choice. Okay, if I take this choice, if I make this action, what are the consequences? What going to follow? What is the logical plan, or what is the logical way that this is going to follow through, right? And so we have this variety here, and we look at what all of our choices and the possible consequences of those choices, and then we can feel into what those choices are, whether those choices support our happiness and the happiness of others, or those choices don't support our own happiness or the happiness of others, right? So if we feel into, first we weigh the options, we see the consequences, then we feel into it. And what brings the most joy? Like Marie Kondo, what brings the most joy? What brings the most happiness? Does it spark joy for myself? And does it spark joy, or will it spark happiness? Will it be positive for those around me? And when those two things are together, then there is only one action that emerges. There is one choice that emerges as the best choice to happen, or the best action to take. And guess what? That best action is what? Divine right action. You've heard me say it before. It's divine right action. And guess what? When you take it, it's divine right timing. So that divine right action and that divine right timing is the spontaneous, creative force that is offered in love, that is taken in love, that is taken in joy, and then that creates, that's planted, that creates and has the karmic effect of more joy, of more happiness, of greater thriving. So if we are looking at this from a thriving perspective, when we choose that choice and take that action that is in harmony, that is in happiness, that is in joy, then the natural consequence is a thriving consequence, because it continues to evolve. And so then what we are producing, my beloveds, is we are producing good karma, right? There's no negative in that. And so then that gets multiplied, like we were talking about last week. So this applies at the individual level, but it also applies at the global level too, doesn't it? So if we look at what is happening in Israel and Palestine right now, this is history repeating itself because we have yet to learn the lesson that we are all one. We have yet to understand that we are inseparable from one another. We are yet to understand, to truly understand, that all life is sacred, all life is holy. And so there is this pattern, this repetition that is happening right now of conflict, rooted in history. So what we're seeing here now is a karmic playing out of, a karmic payment of a debt that was created by choices and actions in the past that were not in alignment with the highest good. The highest good being the highest good for all. And so we're seeing these consequences playing out, and we're seeing the suffering playing out because, it is from an unconscious level that this has been happening, that this is continuing to happen, that we continue to allow it to happen, right? That's what's happening here, really, truly. So again, personal suffering or global suffering or group suffering can happen because, once again, there is the unconscious mind, there is the unconscious that is at play. So what we have the opportunity to do as individuals is to wake up and transcend. One way of dealing with the karmic debt is to transcend it. Transcending it means that we go within, we sit in meditation, we commune with Spirit frequently and often. Kind of like if you were to take a dirty cloth and wash it in a stream and pull it out, and then you put it back in the stream and you wash it, you continue to wash it and pull it out, okay, more stains are gone. You put it back in the stream, continue to wash it, all right, more stains are gone, and you keep going back, right? Washing it again and again and again. This is what we have the opportunity to do when we commune with Spirit. If we keep coming back to Spirit, living with Spirit, living in communion with Spirit, then we wash it, we wash that consciousness, we cleanse it, we purify it, right? And then we are able to transcend karma. But between suffering and transcendence, we have the opportunity to transmute it or to transform it. So transmuting and transforming this karma, right, is seeing it for what it is, and then doing exactly what we've been talking about, making a change based there, and coming into a greater alignment with what is good for ourselves and what is good for the whole. And in seeing that, okay, this is good for me, and I can use my experience, I can use this karmic debt, if you will, I can use this experience of transforming, of transmuting, to then stand next to and assist others in doing the same thing. Yeah? Because when we take our experience of transformation and transmutation, and then we share that experience with someone else and assist them in doing the same, then we are paying it forward. We're creating a greater opportunity for others to transcend or to transmute and transform themselves. So that is where we, as people who attend here at Centers for Spiritual Living, who are part of New Thought, we have the ability to learn, to stop the sinning, to stop the mistakes. The minute we stop making mistakes, what happens? The effect of the mistakes stop. Then we put something new into action, and we experience new action, right? So we have the ability then to stand next to our brothers and sisters and siblings and help them do the same thing. So I burned out. Now, on my own, I'm working with other people who burned out because I learned how to get through. I learned what I needed to do to get through. Now, that is transcending the burnout. That's transmuting the burnout. I now have new energy, new vitality, right? I've transcended that, and I'm also committed to helping others who are on the verge of that or already in it to transcend it as well, to transmute it as well. That's paying it forward. That is moving love forward, as we talk about, right? Yeah? So we have this opportunity to do this individually in our lives and then collectively. So where have I experienced separation? Where have I experienced othering people? Where have I been othered? Where have I participated, either consciously or unconsciously? Where have I made choices consciously or unconsciously? Where have I taken action or inaction, consciously and unconsciously? And how do I grow from that? And how do I then pay it forward so that I can then, or you can then, help shift lives of others and help shift the life of this community? Help shift, even sitting here in Riverside, shift the lives of the Palestinians and the Israeli people. shift the lives of 500,000 children. Shift, shift, shift. My beloveds, it starts with one choice, one action. So, first, what are you going to do? We're going to witness our choice point. We're going to witness the action, yes? Then we're going to look at the consequences of our choices, the variety of choices that we have, and look at the consequences of each one, right? Yes? Then we're going to see which one brings us joy and which one brings us the most joy and which one brings the most good to everyone around me. Yes? All right, so those are the three. Then we're going to take that action, correct? All right, then check in. Check in with your body, because your body will tell you what's right for you and what is the best action. Your body, when it feels comfortable and relaxed, yeah, that's a good choice. When your body's going, ugh, right? Not a good choice. Not a good choice. When there's that constriction or the feeling in your gut, that's not the one. So check in with the body. And then, beloveds, ready? Do something different. We can thrive. You can thrive. I can thrive. We can thrive together. And we are being called in this moment. The world can thrive. And you and I are being called in this moment to do something different. And so it is. So, so I invite our practitioners and our core council members to please stand and surround the sanctuary this morning. As they do, these beloveds are in prayer for you every single day, lifting you high in prayer, knowing the truth of your being, knowing the truth of this community, knowing the truth for all of our beloveds at home. And do avail yourself of prayer, as Jeannie mentioned, after service in the prayer room. All right, taking a nice deep breath in and letting it go. I recognize that there is just this one life forever expressing itself in, through, and as its beloved creation. There is no separation between creator and creation, between creator and created. It simply is the one life, the one power, the one presence, the one love that is moving and having its being in, through, and as all of life, and all of life in, through, and as it. So I recognize that I am one with this one, that I am inseparable from it, that the very who of who I am is the divine made manifest, that it is the divine love, the divine energy, the divine power, the divine presence, the divine abundance that simply is back of all of life, back of everything. It is the very essence and core of who I am. I am inseparable from it because there is only one life here. And as I know that this is true of me, I know that this is true of everyone gathered here this day. I know that this is true of everyone in Riverside and beyond. I know that this is true of everyone in the Middle East currently, in Israel and Palestine, in the Ukraine and Russia, and anywhere else that there may be tension or travesty happening right now. And it is also present where there is peace. For truly there is just this one life. And so I speak my word here and now for this beloved community, recognizing that our past brought us to where we are. And right here and right now, we choose differently. We choose to move forward in a new way together. We choose to keep that which has served us, but release that which no longer does. And we chart a new course forward. We decide to do something different. We plant a new seed of love, a new seed of light, a new seed of truth, a new seed of abundance, a new seed of joy right here and right now, both individually and collectively for our community. Because our community is built of individuals coming together. And so when one prospers, we all prosper. When one shines love, we all shine love. When one shines light, we all shine light. We all benefit from us being together, shining our lights together and amplifying it. Amplifying the love that we are, amplifying the light that we are, amplifying the joy, the peace, the harmony, the abundance that we already are. And so I call forth that we amplify, we magnify the truth, the light, the love. And so I give thanks. I give thanks here and now for each one gathered here. I give thanks for this beloved community. I give thanks for the sacred yes and the willingness to do something different here and now. And I trust and I know that the law makes it manifest. I need not worry about it. I need not fret about it. Spirit's got this. The law has this. As it is spoken, it must be done. What goes around comes around. And so we place this word into the law, knowing it is fulfilled. Now, I let it be, and so it is.
Life is good, it is good to me, and it was meant for you to live and be free, live and be free. 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk the path. Take some time to laugh, and maybe it's been a while, but even try to smile, even try to smile, 'cause today is only here and then tomorrow. There's no point living a life that's full of regret and drowning in sorrow. Lift your head up high, open your eyes. You can choose to be happy. If you try, you might be surprised. Choices that you make can be revised. No fear for the time you're here. And if you don't know where to start, then follow your heart, follow your heart. And run fast. Learn from things that have passed. And know that everything's okay. Just make that choice today. Make that choice today. 'Cause today is only here and then it's tomorrow. There's no point living a life that's full of regret and drowning in sorrow. Lift your head up high and open your eyes. You can choose to be happy. If you try, you might be surprised. Choices that you make can be revised. Today is only here and then tomorrow. There's no point living a life that's full of regret and drowning in sorrow. Lift your head up high and open your eyes. You can choose to be happy. If you try, you might be surprised. Choices that you made can be revised.
All right, so I invite you to take out that which you're choosing to contribute and hold it over your heart space and collecting on behalf of the congregation this morning, on behalf of this community this morning, are Frank Conley and Cindy Lambert, and receiving on behalf of the community this morning is Jeannie Kataoka, licensed spiritual practitioner. So, one of the easiest ways to contribute to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living is via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858 and type in the amount and then hit send. It's just that easy. It's just like texting a friend. It's just like texting a loved one, because that's exactly what you're doing. You are texting your loved ones here at Riverside CSL. Another way to contribute is to go to the website, riversidecsl.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, you will see the word contribute. You can contribute there, or if you happen to be in the room this morning, then you are more than welcome to contribute the analog way by placing them in the baskets. So that works too. All right, so hold it over your heart space and give your contribution a silent blessing. You are consciously choosing to participate in the law of circulation. You are consciously choosing and taking action that makes a difference in the life of your beloved community, our beloved community. So let's say this affirmation together. I give and receive freely and generously. With an open heart and an open mind, the universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is. Thank you. All right, so before we head across the hall for our community update and conversation at 12:30, but before we head across the hall, just a few announcements to share with you. The first one, of course, being that we are gathering in Johnson Hall at 12:30 for a community update and conversation. For those of you who cannot be with us in person and you're there at home online, there is the Zoom link. We are projecting the Zoom link there for you at home so that you can write that down. It is meeting ID 595-887-1739, and the passcode is 92501. So if you are joining us online at home, we do ask that you please join us for the community update and conversation on Zoom. While the rest of us are in the room, you can be participating that way as well. We will show you that meeting ID number again before the end of our time together this morning. So that's the first thing. Jossie? There we go. Whoop, back. Are we furry friends? Okay, either way, we can do furry friends. So, Jeannie will talk about furry friends here for a moment, and then we'll talk about the peace.
The first time we did the Furry Friends food drive was, according to my records, was 2019, and we brought in 119 pounds. Of course, then we had that time that shall not be named, and so we didn't have another one until last year when we brought in 127 pounds. Now, I don't know if you happen to notice in the yellow over black tub that's out there on the hearth, but we probably have like 50 pounds right now. We're only doing this, as far as I know, during October. And so next Sunday is the last Sunday to bring it in. Now, if you're not going to be here Sunday, like I won't be here next Sunday, you can bring it to the office Monday through Thursday, 10 to 4. I knew that. So feel free to, if you're in the area, drop it off at the office and we will be able to count it. I certainly hope that we will at least make what we made last year, bring that much in and maybe beat it by, 10 or 20 pounds. So please don't forget, it goes to Mary S. Roberts, and they may use it in the shelter, but they also have a collection of food that they give to people who can't afford it, so that they can keep their animals with them, their cats and their dogs. So it definitely goes to a worthy cause, and I certainly hope that you will help us out with this food drive. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. All right, tomorrow, it's the greens here at the end here? Okay, all right. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. at All Saints Episcopal Church there on Terracina and Magnolia. Yeah, Terracina and Magnolia. We are participating in an All Faiths Peace service. This will be a Taizé type of service where there will be music, there will be candle lighting, and there will be spoken inspirations or messages that are spoken as well. I've been asked to participate. I will be sharing a prayer for world peace by Ernest Holmes, so that is there and present and voiced there. It is an interfaith. It is a multi-faith. This is an all-faith. This isn't just a Christian ecumenical service. This is all faith traditions are welcome. So I really invite you to participate with us in knowing truth and peace for Israel, Palestine, and Ukraine. So please participate. Please, I'd love to see you there tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'd love for Riverside CSL to show up and show out and hey, we're here, right? So, and it's for a good cause, right? It's to know peace together. And what better way to do it than to do it as a larger community with our brothers and sisters and siblings of other faith traditions, because we know that all paths lead to the one. Yes. It is at All Saints Episcopal Church on Terracina and Magnolia. It's right there on the corner, right across from RCC. Okay, it's right across from RCC. So if you go down, you'll bypass the Arroyo, and it's right across the street from RCC. Okay, next one. Thank you. All right, and then we have, on December 2nd, Jubel and Friends, Rockin' Christmas, special guests, the Motown Christmas Singers. This is going to be a fabulous evening of fun and rockin' Christmas music. We've got all kinds of people participating. Lots of fun people. So tickets are on sale now. There's the QR code there that you can see on the slide. You can scan the QR code and purchase your tickets now. I know it feels like it's a little early because we haven't even done Halloween yet, let alone Thanksgiving, but do it now. So, all right.
It's going to be fun. Lots of really cool, fun Christmas Motown and some 80s.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we're having an ugly sweater day, too.
What?
We're going to give away a prize to the person who wears the ugliest Christmas sweater.
Oh, ugliest Christmas sweater. All right, well, that's fun.
So fun.
Ooh, we'll have to, we'll have to
you
go
might want
on.
to knit one before you come.
Yeah, I'll have to go on to Amazon, see if I can win a prize. All right. Okay, so that's the end of that. So, in just a few moments, we're going to head across the hall. We can have coffee and snackies, I think.
Can I?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, you know we're doing our Christmas giveaway. We've got 50 families needing a Christmas tree, and we're gonna make a little Christmas store because gas is so expensive we can't really deliver to everybody. So they're gonna bring their families, pick out their tree, and go to the Christmas store. That's that little room across from the bathroom. And they're gonna come and pick their ornaments and pick their lights together, and it'll be, so I'm calling it the little Christmas store. So if any of you want to come on Wednesday night and help me make the Christmas store look cute, please come.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's something else.
Yep.
More fun, more ways to get involved. Okay. All right. So I invite you to stand and let's say this affirmation together. Hi, Martha. All right. So today I witness my choices. Let's hear it. Today I witness my choices. Yes. So something wonderful is happening through me right now. Is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward because love lives here. Let's sing it.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, share it, receive it. And I move it forward because the love lives here. Love lives here.
Sing with us now, you know it. Something wonderful is happening with me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it, I share it, receive it, and I move it forward because love lives here. Yeah, sing it with me. Love lives here. Oh, love lives here. Have a great Sunday, you guys, and go get some snackies, and we'll see you at the meeting. 2, 3, and... When the world gets you down and you're feeling lonely, when you can't find your truth or find your center, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we love each other, and the scars that we see just make us stronger. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love lives.
Love lives here.
Where love lives.
Love lives here.
When life gets you down, you can see the future. When it all seems too much for you to handle, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we pray together, and the hurt that you feel will be set free. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. You know that love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. So excited to be united with you. Where love lives.
Love lives here.
Where love lives.
Love lives here.
Love